It looks like the guys aren't here yet. Wonder where everybody is. Let's go check on Danny, see if he's here. There he is, the boss.
Oh, Jay.
What's going on, brother?
I'm good, yourself?
Yeah, man. So the guys told me to come in because some emergency happened. What happened?
Shit, there was a fire. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, if you look to your left...
To my left?
You'll
oh, what the hell? What the... Oh my god, it's like Great Wall of Ramen. Holy cow, it goes on forever. Dude, are these what I think they are? Of course they are. Oh, they're the Ramen Racer. How long have we been waiting for these things, Danny? Oh my god.
But finally, they're here.
That's crazy. So, the adult collectibles, these were the graphite black. Are any of these a different color at all? Because they have a couple of them here. Looks like they're all graphite blacks. Oh wait, no, we do have a tiger orange. Look at that. Awesome. Yes, so there are a couple of different designs. Man, you just got tons of these things. All right, this is crazy. I'm going to beg, borrow, and plead to the guys here. Danny, maybe we can actually open one of these up. What do you think? Let's see if these guys will let us do it, eh? We might be able to do one. All right. This is crazy. I cannot. I mean, seriously, I can't. It's a wall of Ramen Racer. It exists. The legend is true. Look at the size of this thing. It's bigger than my head. It's bigger than my body. It's like bigger than my entire. Oh my god, this thing's freaking huge. This thing's absolutely massive. And oh, check this out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's some of the additional accessories. Maybe even the fire effects. Who knows? Maybe even an extra head? We'll have to find out, right? All right, I'm really going to beg, borrow, and plead with these guys to try and review one of these Ramen Racers. This is going to be crazy, guys. So, guys, I'm here at the Titan Toyz studio, and they're giving me an opportunity to take a look at the Ramen Racer, everybody. Holy crap. This is going to be amazing, and I want to thank my good friends over at Titan Toyz for giving me this opportunity. Without further ado, let's take a look at this amazing vehicle and find out if it's all that it was promised to be. I have a sneaking suspicion that it is. Let's have a look, everybody. Ho, 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 boy. Guys, do you see what I see in front of me? I mean, seriously, this is crazy. This, if you can't read, is the Ramen Racer, everybody. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. I mean, this thing exists. This thing is a thing. Honestly, what was it, like a year and a bit ago? Hasbro actually tried to create a 6-inch scale vehicle to go along with their Robbie Reyes figure. As a matter of fact, that Robbie Reyes figure was part of the whole campaign. I mean, it was supposed to be how they were going to get this thing funded. You know, the anniversary of Ghost Rider. 80 years. 80 freaking years of Ghost Rider. Absolutely insane. And unfortunately, it didn't make it. But for those people who wanted to actually get their hands on a vehicle just like that, well, I got to tell you, Ramen Toy has come to the rescue with the Ramen Racer. I can't believe that this thing is actually here. Huge shout out to my good friends over at TitanToys.com. They called me over right away, and as you saw in the beginning of the video, they had a pallet full of these things. Literally a full freaking pallet. And would you believe it? Almost all of those are actually gone already. It's absolutely insane. This is a huge seller. A lot of people looking forward to this vehicle. And now, it is right here in the Titan Toy studio. And we are going to open this up and take a look at it right now. Because this thing is absolutely huge. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, it doesn't look that huge. Yeah, okay, fine. But here is McFarlane Batman from the 89 Gold Label Batmobile. And yeah, he is he's tiny compared to this box. So imagine what's on the inside. But we don't have to imagine for too long because we are going to open up this Ramen Racer right now to take a look on the inside. Let's do this, everybody. This is going to be crazy. Holy crap. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's open up the Ramen Racer. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe it. It actually is real. This does exist. The Ramen Racer. Here it is in the flesh. I mean, this is the actual box itself. Look at this wonderful design. This illustration just looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the overall design of the box with the red, pretty much only about, I would say about 3 or 4 colors on this box. They said a lot on the packaging, to be perfectly honest with you. We have the red streaks going on here, the overall black nature of the box itself, you know, a few little white highlights. Yeah, it's about, I guess, it is 4-color process, but it's still really quite nice. This looks amazing. There is the ramen logo with the special Ramen Racer indica there. That's incredible. Zooming into the top, there we do see the Ramen Racer logo once again with the indica, again with the ramen logo on top. The other side of the box is basically the same, but on the side of the box, we do have, once again, the Ramen Racer logo itself, and the same thing on the other side, Ramen Racer. But this one is supposed to actually have it marked as to which one is the actual racer, and this one, of course, is the graphite black version of the racer. There is the tiger orange, and of course, there is the ratchet set, which this one hasn't gotten checked off, but we do actually have that ratchet set, the Inferno Pack, and the Change Pack. So, let's find out what's exactly inside this box, because here it is, the Ramen Racer. Let's crack the rest of this open, but before we get to that, a couple of things to note. So it should be noted that this came with the special Interchange pack, item HH2204, and we're going to pop this one open in a second. But before we get to this, let's open up the Ramen Racer, take out all the contents of here, and see exactly what comes with the Ramen Racer itself. Alright, let's unbox the Ramen Racer. Well, that's something I wasn't expecting. It actually has a full foam case, and I love the fact that it's actually styrofoam, harkening back to all those action figures of the 80s and, of course, playsets. This is really a wonderful throwback, and, of course, collectors do recognize that this is absolutely top-notch, really helping to preserve the actual item itself during shipping. And check it out, they did not spare any expense. It actually has Velcro straps, which you can use to actually lift them out of the box, which I love. That's an amazing attention to detail, and of course just shows the premium nature of this product. And let's just open this up now. I really do love the Velcro straps. I think that's a really, really great addition. And here it is, everybody. Here is the Ramen Racer. Wow. This thing is absolutely stunning. And it's got a wonderful finish. It's not a glossy finish at all. It's actually more of a matte finish, but it has this wonderful texture on it. It really does feel like a wonderful premium product. I really do love this. We can see all the silver and trim that's actually on the vehicle itself. It looks almost chrome-like. It probably is on these little mirrors and the actual handles. The wheels are 100% chromed out. They look absolutely stunning. The actual windshields themselves and the windshield wipers, they look gorgeous. There are these couple of little hoard details that are on the top. They are not chrome, but they are wonderful silver paint, which looks amazing. And then the rest of the car is just wonderfully finished. You can see a lot of the little details here, the way the lines come across the entire car, the little details here on the indents here for the car itself on the door. You even see the vents here on the top of the hood itself, where a lot of the intakes are. And of course, the doors open up, which is just an amazing detail. and we can obviously situate several action figures on the inside. The seats actually do move forward and back, but on the driver's side, and if you need to get figures in on this side, you can actually pull the seat forward much like you would in an actual car. Very, very cool stuff. The trunk actually opens up to reveal a small compartment which houses, in this case, an actual box. Now, this box is supposed to be able to hold the battery, which if you'd like to utilize that, can be used with the Ramen Racer. Now you have to buy that battery separately, and it can actually be put inside this tackle box to cover it up so that you don't see a battery, which of course is something that people don't want to see when they're displaying this as a collection set. It also comes with the USB cable, which is always great. And then but there's also an option on the back over here to actually use a plug. You can actually put in a USB with an adapter for a wall outlet, and that will actually plug in and be utilized for continual power that doesn't actually need to have the battery recharged or anything of that nature. Great stuff. And then on the front, you can actually open up the hood and reveal the engine compartment itself. This engine is beautiful. It's fully chromed out, and you can even lift it up, as you can see right here, and remove it and showcase the engine itself. It's all chromed out, and man, what a wonderful set of details here. You can see the turbines and some of the rotaries, the camshafts, the camshaft covers, and of course that wonderful glint. Just a gorgeous piece. It's a single block engine, big block if you will, and it looks absolutely stunning. Great work, Ramen. This looks gorgeous. And it's just a simple matter of putting it back in. Now it's very specific how it actually tabs in. If you don't do it the exact right way, the actual hood won't actually close, which is kind of interesting. And I found this kind of neat as a bonus feature. The shocks actually do seem to work really, really well. Look at that. It's like an actual spring-loaded mechanism on the front and on the back. That's crazy. So they can literally bounce if you want to actually have a jumping competition with your Ramen Racer. That's amazing. Freaking incredible. Taking a look at the other side of the Ramen Racer, opening up the door, we can see some additional details on this side, which are absolutely crazy. The interior of the door is wonderfully detailed. We have this pinstriping here at the top. It actually looks like a very tan sort of interior, which is awesome. We have a bit of an armrest on this side. I imagine that is a mirror or window opener. I think that's actually what this is here. And we have the side window here, which actually comes up and is actually part of the door itself with the transparent portion of the window. I love that. If we take a closer look at the mirror, it's actually quite reflective. If I put my finger right here, you can literally see the reflection coming off of that, and it looks almost like mirror finish. It's actually crazy. I wonder how they actually achieved that. I should ask Ace exactly how that was achieved. It's pretty amazing. And then we have the actual interior of the Ramen Racer itself, which is absolutely gorgeous. The floor at the bottom here, you can actually see it's labeled Ramen Racer with some of the floor mats that's actually on the floor itself. This seat here, believe it or not, can actually move forward and backwards. If we to telescope here to get an additional figures on the inside, and I do believe it actually does work on both seats, so that's actually kind of crazy. And if you want, you can even angle the seat forward and angle the seat back to accommodate a little bit more wiggle room for the characters themselves. Amazing. The center console features a stick shift, and it does actually move from left to right in a different sort of positions. Now this is actually mostly friction based, but it does move in several different directions. It does actually move forward and back as well, just slightly. Now the steering column does not actually move the wheels. That's something that's been established already. And it is a bit of a tight fit, so be careful, as you might actually snap it on its first go around. We can see that it actually has the turn signals as well as the windshield wipers on this section as well. The gauge clusters, you can see the speedometer, the odometer, the gas the oil and the additional readouts for the car. And once we actually plug this in to showcase how the lights work, we'll be able to see how that lights up the panel. And the pedals themselves are actually all chromed out. We can see that here. What a wonderful attention to detail. Bravo, Ramen. This is an amazing piece. And I think everyone's going to be happy once they get this into their collection. Now let's take a little bit of a moment and examine some of the finer details of the Ramen Racer. I love these chromed wheels. They look absolutely stunning. Now, there are actually hubcaps which can cover those screws. I just haven't taken them out of the accessory set yet. But you can even see the brake pedals and brake pads. They look absolutely stunning in there. The wheels are independent and do move around, so they do have a wonderful feature that you can twist left and twist right, which is great. And of course, the wheels themselves do spin. It's a testament to a vehicle of this size that it looks this good. Again, I wanted to highlight some of these wonderful little details here for the flares that come actually in the door design. This wonderful arc which comes across the entire vehicle here. The other wheels, of course, are just as stunning as the front, and they are very specific. They are labeled, I believe, left front and left rear, right front and right rear. We can see here the actual USB connection for power. Now, this actually has a gas cap which covers this section. I just haven't taken it out yet. The rear has wonderful tail lights, and they look absolutely stunning. Once we hook this up with a little bit of power, we'll be able to see how they light up, which would be awesome. The tailpipes themselves are wonderfully chromed out. They look absolutely gorgeous. And these are twin tailpipes, so they look really, really cool. The bumper itself is also wonderfully chromed and has that wonderful detail, very signature to the original car itself. Moving over to the back, we can see the windshield also does have not chrome. It is actually a silver paint for the trim, and the windshield itself is completely see-through. We can see all the way to the front of the dash, the shifter, and all the gears. Twisting it around a little bit, moving on to the other side, we see much the same. I want to take a little bit of closer detail on these door handles. Once again, they're wonderfully chromed out. They even have the wonderful detail of the push button here, and of course the lock mechanism at the bottom. Amazing. Coming back around to the mirror itself, we did already mention that it's wonderfully detailed, including that mirror, that reflective mirror itself, which is amazingly clear and detailed. I love it. The side mirror is, of course, also chromed out, and we can even see, basically you can see my reflection right in the chrome itself. Amazing. The vents, which I mentioned earlier, and again, this wonderful windshield, which is clear. We can see the inside all the way, the wonderful interior, and I didn't even mention that the rear view mirror is actually chromed out as well. Amazing. Moving on to the hood, we can open this up to reveal the engine compartment. And again, I said earlier that we can lift this out, and there's additional attachments, and we can also replace the hood itself to replace it with a different hood, with a cutout or a different type of hood entirely. The front bumper looks incredible. It has that wonderful chromed out detail here on the trim, and if we can see here, you can open up the lights using these shutters. They can either be closed or fully opened, and revealing the lights inside. Incredible. Same thing goes for this side. They can be completely closed or completely open. Wonderful attention to detail here. And the grille itself is wonderfully detailed. It has that signature trim for the vehicle as it appeared back in the day. And down here we do have the fog lamps and or turn signals, if you will, and they look wonderfully detailed as well. All right, let's try and get some power into this, and let's see exactly how it looks. But before that, let's have a look at how well this thing rolls. It's so smooth, everybody. That is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. The wheels, everything about this. What a dream come true for Ramen Toy. Congratulations, Ramen. This thing is absolutely stunning. All right, let's get some power in here and see exactly how this thing gets along. Before we get to the power, let's take a look at some of the additional accessories that have come with the Ramen Racer in the box. There is this replaceable bumper. Looking pretty stylish, I have to say. That's amazing. Now these affix using magnets, and then we have the hubcaps, which I mentioned earlier, and they too also affix by magnets, as you can see right there. Now this includes the hubcaps themselves, as well as this tiny little front ornament that comes and can be fixed to the front bumper. Very interesting. The Racer itself also comes with a manual depicting the Racer in an illustrated format. We can see the Ramen toy logo there. And on the inside is your basic instructions on how the play features work. And of course the Inferno Pack, which comes with these amazing lights and sound fire effects. That is amazing. Each of these fire effects requires 3 of these dime batteries, and that is going to be a lot of batteries at the end of the day. Let's have a look at the Interchange pack. Alright, the Interchange pack comes with these swappable wheels, which look absolutely gorgeous. These wheels have this new hubcap design, and I gotta tell you, that is just stunning. Look at that red insignia right in the middle. Kind of looks like the Ontario logo. A lot of fun. And of course you see the wheel directions there. That is beautiful. That tread is just brand new. And if you actually look inside, the whole thing is chromed out. It's just absolutely stunning. Holy crap, everybody. This is beautiful. It also comes with an interchangeable rear light cluster. These are incredible. And if we take them out of the package itself, we can see all the wonderful detail that's held inside this magnetic replaceable light cluster, which is awesome. We can see the magnet right there. The lights themselves are individually cast with translucent plastic. We can actually see that right there. And it's a wonderful additional detail to the pack out. Love it. The front bumper is also replaceable with this new grille, and this one actually has additional sliders, which you can see here. And if we take it out, you can see the chrome nature of this entire pack. Look at that. That is wonderful chrome. Holy crap. It's just painting the lens, and it is all completely chromed out. Now, it should be noted that these actually don't slide. They're just little covers on the fronts. So that is a bit of a detail that we have to highlight here. It does come with the 2 additional hood ornaments. As we can see here, this one has an intake at the top, a ram scoop. Looking pretty cool. You can really deck out your Ramen Racer in any configuration you'd like. And it really does have wonderful additional options for accessories. The second version, of course, is with the opened area cutout. And this one, of course, is for the additional air intake and blow-off valve. Looking great. Really harkening to that muscle car feature that this car is well known for. Great stuff. And then, of course, there is the air intake and blow-off segment for the big block. It really looks amazing. It also comes with that timing belt. If we take this out of the package here, We can see how this one comes with magnets as well. And of course, just wonderful detail here on the air intake and blow off with the additional pistons and crank right there. Just beautiful. The additional timing belt is an inclusion, and we might as well just show that right now. If we take the engine out and we affix this using the magnets here on top, it just kind of tabs in like that, and it's actually very strong. You can actually hear it gripping on there with the 2 magnets, 4 magnets actually. And then what you want to do is this cluster here, it connects with the actual timing belt itself. Just take it like this, and we will, oh, then there's the problem. It does sort of want to lift up on the top of the assembly. So it is a bit of a, you can see that there, kind of lifts it up at the top. But once it's inside the engine bay, it really does give it that nice effect. Excellent. Well, we put it up on its back like a beached whale to take a look at the undercarriage, and there it is, everybody. Oh, wow. The actual tailpipes go all the way into the manifold here. We can see the mufflers are actually here on the underbelly of the car itself. Here's the speaker where all the sound comes out of. There's the on and off switch right here at the bottom, and there's a wonderful amount of detail here. We can see the rear axle here and the drive shaft going all the way to the front, and we can see these additional portions here, which are the seats, which actually go forward and backward. Great attention to detail here. I love the little details. I don't know what these are. They might be, I don't know. Maybe this is where actually the lift actually holds on to the car itself. And of course, there we see the manifolds here leading into the front portion of the wheels, and the wheels, of course, turn together as they should, which is absolutely amazing. Great stuff. It is a wonderful attention to detail here that Ramen has put together for this vehicle. Amazing. All right, let's try and take off the hood. All we have to do is lift up the cover as we see here. They're fixed by these 2 little pegs. One is there, and the other one is right there. So all you really have to do is lift off on one side gently. And again, you have to apply a little bit of force, and it should come right off. This one's a little bit tighter. There it is. All right, and then we just need to put that down, pick up the other hood with the opening, line them up, as you can see here on the pegs. Tab the first one in, line up the second one, and then just click it into place like that. And the second one should have much the same on this side. There we go, just like that. And it should close properly. There it is. And there is the Ramen Racer or the Ram Scoop opening. Now that the hood is attached, we can insert the engine itself just by lifting up the engine cover, the bonnet as it's called in Europe. We'll take the fully assembled engine compartment. It does have a bit of a lift. That's because of the way the belt is situated. It's not very loose. It's actually quite tight. And then you can just slip it in like this. Now it's very important that you get this into position just right, or else the cover will not close properly. I'll just lift this up again and I'll try to show you. You can see there's an actual very unique indentation, and the engine bay is literally the same size. Not much leeway either, because it really needs to sit in there without moving so it doesn't rattle around inside the engine compartment. Just before we install the engine, let's add an additional detail here to the front grille. I think it needs a bit of an upgrade, don't you guys think? Let's check this out. So, grabbing the grille itself that was included in the additionals packs, we just have to situate it properly, which I believe is in this orientation, where the bumper is actually tapering downwards like that. There we go. We can also judge by the magnets, which are on this side and this side, and they should attach right to the front bumper as well. So let's go ahead and put it on and see how it looks. So we'll just line it up like this, and it literally just sticks there. It's pretty beautiful. Magnets fix everything. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Really gives it a brand new profile overall. I love it. Now these are just covers. They're not actually sliders like the other bumper was. And what you have to do is you just have to sort of remove them. You can either lift up the gate and pop them out directly, like this. And then you can open up the gates here. And then replacing it again makes it gives it that type of profile. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Coming around to the back now, let's see if we can upgrade the bumper to give it a bit of a more classic feel. So if we lift up the compartment here, there's a small tab right there, which you can actually put your finger right there, just push, and the entire assembly comes right out. You can see it right there. There's the magnet, and there are the lights. So we can take this and give it more of a classic feel with the rounder lights. Now what you want to do is you want to match this little detail here with this part of the bumper here. Okay, this one is very tight compared to the one that's actually included. I think it's just the small tolerances itself, but basically if you really want to get in there, you have to sort of put it halfway in, not even, just a little bit slightly in this side like that. And then you really have to come on this side and basically, yeah, it's really more of a two-handed job, to be honest with you. So what you have to do is, and like I said, this is a two-handed job for sure. You want to just sort of finagle it into position on the left and the right as much as possible. There it is. So what I would do is I would come in from the bottom, get on the upper lip like this on both sides, use both hands and sort of get it underneath the carriage, and then try and lift it up. And even then, it's a very difficult and tight fit. There it is. So, yeah, you really just want to get it situated in properly, but once it's in, it's in. It's not going anywhere. That is a tight fit, I got to tell you. And then, just like before, you just got to remove it using this latch right there. Wow. All right, let's get some power in here and see where we're going. But before that, let's put the engine in. What do you say? All right. In order to put the engine back, all we have to do is lift up the hood, and in the compartment you can actually see that there's a very specific indentation that's actually molded right to the bottom to match the bottom of the engine itself, so it only fits in one specific way. Now the way I like to do this is I like to angle it in this way, get the front part of the engine right in the middle so that it's actually seated properly, and I just dropped the front bumper, which is easy to do when I'm doing this. And once I think it's snugly fit in, kind of like that, I just drop it, and then there, that should do it. That is nice and flush. Put the bumper back, easy to do, and then we just close up the engine compartment, just like this. And there she is. Absolutely stunning. Check it out, everybody. This is the Ramen Racer. All right, let's get some power in this girl and see how she roars. All right, so since we don't have the battery, which is very specific and needs to be purchased online, we're just going to go ahead and use the included USB-C adapter, which can be powered by a simple standard port like everything else. And then you can just plug it in to a wall outlet or an extension cord in this case. Position it into the USB-C adapter in the back. Turn on the power from the bottom. As you can hear, the speaker is actually quite loud, but it's a wonderful sound. And if I go ahead and move the front, you can actually see the lights, and they actually are in sync with the sound, which is kind of weird actually, but it really does give it a wonderful little tempo. It's beautiful when you actually start looking at it the way that it's situated here. The same can also be said for the rear tail lights. They're doing pretty much the same thing, flickering with the sound of the car. And if we take a look at the interior, you can also see down here that these are also flickering to the engine noises as well. It would be nice if they actually had a feature where you can just turn on the lights themselves without the engine noises, but I guess that's the way this particular vehicle was designed. And on closer inspection, there actually is a lights only mode. So this is sound, but if you don't want sound and you just want the lights, you flick it to the other mode, which is on the other side. And guess what? That's right. We have lights. There we go. Same thing with the cluster on the back. And of course, the interior lights themselves. Amazing. Alright, I just found this, and in my rush, I cut it open, then I realized, man, maybe I should put this on camera. So, here we go, everybody. This is the Inferno Pack. I didn't even realize we had any of these, but Danny just told me that we had a couple, so here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. And, moment of truth, is the Scully head in here. Okay, looks like we got another ram scoop with an opening. That's weird. Huh, interesting. Don't know why we have two of those. The answer is no. No, we don't actually. I can't see it anyway. No, it does not come with the. Looks like Ramen's pre-order, which of course is a retail order. Yeah, I guess they were true to their word. It's only included with the first 100 people who ordered the Ramen Racer got the Agent Scully. So that's actually interesting. Anyway, we don't have the batteries for these anyhow, so I'm just going to showcase what the pack looks like. So the first thing that we want to take a look at are these awesome freaking wheels, man. Check these out. They are very much like what Hasbro had promised. They are these wonderful translucent, fiery wheels, and they've got this chrome layout here. Gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. And they also come with these crazy attachments. That's how they roll, everybody. And then on this side, take a look. Here are the flame effects for each of the wheels. They look pretty cool, man. Check this out. There they go. Very well sculpted, And again, each of them takes 3 of those tiny little dime batteries. That'll get expensive. So that's literally 12 dime batteries for the entire set if you want to light the whole thing up. Each one is independent. They have an on-off switch, as you can see right there. Crazy stuff. And of course, it says right there, front left, and each one has its own designation. There is another flame effect, which is right here. This one actually goes on top of the engine compartment, as if it's like burst into flames. It looks like this. I'll demonstrate that in a minute. It also does take another set of dime batteries, so that's 15 in total, 15 dime batteries in order to get this thing going. Wow! That is a lot of batteries for that effect. And unfortunately, because they don't have a USB attached to them, that is one crazy effect overall. And here is the engine compartment, the blow-off valve, and the air intake. Freaking incredible. Let's see if we can take this out of the package and affix it right on top of the flame effect. You can see how that rolls. So if we just open this up, and let's see if we can get this going. There we go. It also comes with another timing belt, which is interesting. I guess they just want to do that in case you didn't buy the accessory set. You could go with this one instead. The reason it's not coming out is because the tape got back in there. All right, so there it is. It does have the magnets on the side there. There's that wonderful blow-off valve. Beautiful. And air intake. And then if you take this and you put it right on top, this one's actually just friction fit. It's not magnets this time. So what you want to do is you just want to put it on top like this. How does it work? Yeah, it should just attach like this. I'm doing this one-handed, guys, so you have to forgive me. There it is. See, there's a little bit of a clip there. You can probably clip it right there onto the top there. So you just kind of put them together like this. And, nope, I'm going to have to put this down. All right, let's try it this way. Let's see if we can get this. Going. All right, so if I put the phone on like this, see if we can get this done. So basically what you want to do is you want to grab this section here and tap it into this section here like this, right there, and you just put it down, and that's it. Kind of. It's a bit of an interesting fit, I gotta tell you. Hold on. But essentially that's what it looks like right there. There you go. That is how it's supposed to look. Put that right there. There we go. Interesting. And there you go. That is the Flame Effects Inferno Pack. The wheels, the 4 flame effects, the top flame effect for the engine, and the burning engine itself. Gorgeous. All right, guys. Let's wrap this up with our final thoughts. So, what are my final thoughts with the Ramen Racer? Honestly, I have to say, this vehicle is actually a miracle that it even came out. I mean, when you think about it, there was a lot of things that were going into this. The overall campaign with Hasbro, the overall type of idea that 6-inch vehicles around this size were a certain price point. That really put a sort of bad taste in the mouths of collectors. And then in swoops Ramen and says, hey, we can do something for the fans and make a vehicle just as good and with lights and sound and really give the people what they want. And that was really the point of this whole endeavor. This Ramen Racer is an attempt for Ramen to try and please the fans who were left behind in the idea that, this Ghost Rider 80th collection didn't quite hit the mark. And for the price point that this was at, I think they actually did a great job. This Ramen Racer is absolutely gorgeous. It has the look, it has the feel, it has the swappable parts, all the accessories, the fact that you can interchange, the wheels, the front bumper, magnets, even the engine itself is removable and replaceable and customizable to a certain degree. The hood ornaments and the hood configurations are multiple different, one with a ram scoop, one with a flat top, and the final one with, of course, the opening for the air intake and the blow-off valves. Absolutely stunning. The interior also has lights and sound, which is absolutely great. And of course, that was something that Hasbro was experimenting with, the flame effects for Ramen Racer. There was going to be a light at the back of the headrest, and that was going to be, light up the overall flame effects on the character himself. This one opts to actually, showcase the instrument panel and the clusters, the speedometer, the odometer, the fuel gauge, the oil gauge, and the pressure gauge. And I think it really does have that wonderful feel of the original car and what it was supposed to be intended for. I also do like the sound effects. They are great. Something which was not offered with the Hasbro version, and that in and of itself is a win. The fact that the lights actually time themselves, as a flickering nature with the lights and the sound itself, that's an interesting little, I don't know if I call it a bonus or not. I think there would have a third option where the sound also goes without the flickering of the lights. I think that actually might have been an interesting take. Overall, I'd say that the Ramen Racer is a lot of fun, very much well worth it when you consider how much Hasbro was actually asking for their version of the Engine of Vengeance. Overall, I think that if you decide to go pick up this Ramen Racer, if it goes back on sale at some point, I don't think you can go wrong. It really is a wonderful example, and again, a lot of great accessories, a lot of great options that you can use to customize this particular version. I want to give another huge shout out to my good friends over at TitanToys.com for letting me take a look at the Ramen Racer. Guys, definitely check out TitanToys.com. They are your one-stop source for action figures and vehicles, accessories, and of course everything action figure related. They do have international shipping worldwide, and of course they have free shipping for orders over $250 or more within Canada and the United States. They also have wonderful programs including a buy now pay it later, as well as a wonderful points program that you can earn points, 200 points for just signing up, and then of course you can earn points for every dollar you spend. You get two points back, which is a great program. And you can even earn more points by giving a like on their social media pages. And I do believe it's about 100 points every time you do something along those lines. I'll have links in the description below where you can find out more about that. I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. And if you did, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey. Geek proud.